lolly from your past is a gift. Okay, so today I'm pretty excited because I've got so many ideas of things that I need to tell you. And I keep thinking I'm going to run out of ideas, but they just keep coming. So, talking from the last one, we were saying, I want you to really think about this now. Just because someone told you something many times doesn't make it true. Now, I want you to really sit there and think about that, because you're probably thinking, oh, what's she talking about now? Just because someone said something to you many times, over and over and over again, doesn't make it true. Okay, so if you're one of these people that were told as a child that they were unwanted in some way, and this is funny because I've had parents say this and I've just been, did you just say that? I've been sitting there going, did you just say that? I've had parents tell their children that, you know, they were an accident. Why would you say that to your kids? You know, that's the same as saying you're unwanted. You were unwanted, you were unplanned. You know, other parents are saying, oh, they wish, you know, they could have had more time before they had kids. Kind of like saying, well, you came along and ruined my life. That's pretty much the equivalent of what you're saying, you know. So I just sometimes grab my head and think, God, do you even think about what you're saying to your kids, you know, sometimes? Because when you've said this enough times, it goes into this child's head and they think, oh, I was unwanted, you know. Just one example was, you know, my mum to my sister was always saying, you know, my mum was always saying to my sister that I asked for her. Kind of like if I didn't ask for her, she wouldn't exist. You know, pretty much. So there's many ways that we can, you know, make children feel that they weren't wanted, you know. Anyway, that's just one example. But say you might have had a parent, and I know a family that this has happened to, that you were told over and over again that you were stupid. Okay, you're stupid. Oh, look at what you've done. Oh, you're stupid. And I find the word stupid a very strong word. It's right up there with the word hate and right up there with the word abomination, because I used to hear that word a lot at church. And to me, the word abomination is like, it's just such, it comes with so much emotion, so much, you know, same as hate. And for me, the word stupid has the same effect. To me, it's too strong a word to use, especially for a child. If you're telling them over and over again how stupid they are, you know, eventually they're going to take that on, that they can't learn because they're stupid. You know, they can't understand. They're slow because they're stupid. You know, stupid's a very strong word. And if you were one of these people, you know, the adults use that word for you all the time, telling you you're stupid, I want you to really think about that today. Because in previous videos, I have addressed, you know, that many times we confuse stupid with not interested. You know, if there's a subject you're learning at school and you're just not interested, it's really hard to learn that subject. It's really difficult. So it doesn't mean that you're not smart. It just means that you don't care. You don't really want to learn it. You know, there's no interest there. There's no passion for it. So anyway, that's just one thought. Some parents, you know, tell their kids they're stupid. That's a big one. Other parents, you know, might call their kids fat or ugly, or choose, you know, your poison. Just choose the word that's been used for you over and over in your childhood, you know, of what adults or other kids have said for you. And now I really want you to look at it, because a lot of the times when we say things to others, when we say to someone else, oh, you're stupid, that's how we feel about ourselves. It's because we feel incapable of learning. We feel that we're not good enough in that way, you know, that we're not smart. And so we have to tell everyone else they're stupid, you know. So I want you to really think about that. When you're telling someone that they're ugly, it's because that's how you feel. Think about it. anytime someone has said something to you, really look at that person, or really look at that adult, or in your memory now, as you're looking at that event, think of that person and think of how they are in their life. Are they, because there's no way, I can promise you this, there's no way that if that person was a happy person, was a smart person, and they were content with who they were in the world, they're quite happy with who they are, there is no way they could say that you're stupid, or that you're fat, or that you're ugly, any of those things. And there's so many more. There's such a long list of things that people say, to children. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an adult, doesn't necessarily have to be a parent, but I've heard parents use these words with their kids, or lazy, oh, you're lazy. They're strong words, and if you say them over and over and over again, the child will take on that, oh, that's what I am, But I'm talking to you as the person now. If that was the child that happened to, I want you to go back and look at those events, and I want you to think about the fact that you're not, okay? Just because someone said it to you over and over and over again doesn't mean that it's true. I really want you to take this on board today. Okay? So if they told you you're ugly, it's not true. Just because they said it. That's what they believe about themselves. Okay? If they told you you're fat, have a think about the person. Okay? And where it all came from. What's their issue? And sometimes it could be a parent that's quite thin and the child is a little bit overweight, okay? But then they blame themselves. That they haven't done the right thing, that they're feeding this child food that they shouldn't be feeding them, because they're too lazy to put them on the right diet, to teach them the right way, to take them out to exercise. And so this parent's putting it on themselves. Oh, you're fat, right? Even though they're thin, it doesn't matter. They don't have to be fat. But there's always a reason behind why they're being mean to you. Always a reason behind it. And the truth with a lot of parents, and I can tell you from my experience, is we blame ourselves for anything that goes wrong with our children. We blame ourselves for all of it. My little one at the moment, this one's going a bit long, but very important to stay with this so you understand it. My little one at the moment has a rash on her skin. And the last couple of years have been very, very difficult to keep her on a good diet, because as they go into the world and they see other kids eating all the junk that's out there, all the ice creams and the biscuits and the soft drinks and all the stuff, it is so difficult, to keep her on a good diet. And I try, but you make all this food and then they don't eat it. You end up giving it to the dog, right? And then you end up giving in. Yeah, okay, have the biscuits, And so this is what that parent's going through. They get to a point where they're like, I give up. It's all too hard, right? It's just beyond me. And that's what happens. So then they throw it on you. They throw the blame on you when it's really them, Think about that today. And I can promise you, parents, we blame ourselves for a lot of what, doesn't work with our children. I'll talk definitely more about that in the next one. There's so much about the dynamics of parent to child. Okay, so remember to click like and subscribe below so I can make you more videos and you don't miss any of the messages, okay? All right, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.